tuning in to Surigao City Radio CZXY, bringing you the best news. Welcome to the Surigao City Radio CZXY, your hub for news, your one-stop shop for all things local news and entertainment on the Surigao City Radio CZXY. Your news for life, the Surigao City Radio CZXY. Join us for a daily dose of Surigao City flavor on the radio CZXY, unfolding the story one tune at a time on the Surigao City Radio CZXY.
Hello and welcome to our international news broadcast. Today, we'll be covering some of the latest updates from around the world. In other news, the COVID-19 pandemic continues to take a toll on the world economy. According to a report released by the International Monetary Fund, the global economy is projected to grow by just 3.6% this year, down from the 6% growth rate seen last year. The IMF also warned that the pandemic has had a disproportionate effect on low-income countries, who are struggling to access vaccines and other resources. And finally, a new study has found that wildlife populations around the world are declining at an alarming rate. The research conducted by the World Wildlife Fund shows that populations of mammals, birds, fish, amphibians, and reptiles have declined by the average of 69% since 1970. The main drivers of this decline include habitat loss, overfishing, and climate change. The findings have prompted calls for more urgent action to protect wildlife and habitat. We'll be continuing to monitor these stories and bringing you more updates as they develop. Thank you for tuning in to our international news broadcast.
Good evening, Philippines, and welcome to our national news broadcast. Today, we will be bringing you the latest updates on domestic events and issues. First up, we'll be taking a closer look to the newly introduced climate action plan by the government. The plan aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and achieve net zero emissions by the year 2050. It includes ambitious targets for wind and solar energy, as well as a measure to increase energy efficiency and reduce emissions from transport and industry. The government has stated that the plan will create jobs and growth while also protecting the environment. However, more environmental groups have criticized the plan for not going far enough, and some industry groups have raised their concerns about the cost of implementation. We'll be following the story closely and bringing you more updates as it develops. Finally, we'll be taking a look at a new study on the state of the country's infrastructure. The research, conducted by the group of expert researchers, has found out that the country's infrastructure is in need of the urgent investment and maintenance. The study found out that the country's roads, bridges, and buildings are in the state of disrepair. With some structures dating back in 19th century, the study has called for more investment in infrastructure, maintenance, and upgrading to ensure that the country's infrastructure remains safe and efficient. That's a wrap on today's national news broadcast. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to our local news broadcast. Today, we'll be bringing you updates from around the city.
Starting off with a positive story, the City Council has announced the opening of a new community center. The new center will provide a range of services, including a library, a community garden, and a food bank. The center will also offer programs such as exercise classes, art workshops, and language classes. The council hopes that the center will help to bring the community together and provide a space for people to connect and learn. The center opening has been welcomed by many locals, with many expressing excitement about the services that will be available.
Next, we'll be taking a look at the city's crime rate. According to the latest data, the crime rate has dropped by 10% over the past year. The decrease is attributed to a combination of factors, including increased police patrols, targeted community outreach programs, and better cooperation between law enforcement agencies. However, while the decrease is welcome news, many still remain concerned about the level of crime in the city. Officials are promising to continue to work to reduce crime and make the city a safer place to live and work. Finally, we'll be turning our attention to the city's transportation system. The City Council has announced plans to improve the city's public transportation system with a focus on increasing reliability and reducing delays. The plan involves making upgrades to the city's trains and buses, including installing new tracking system to provide more accurate information on the real-time arrival times. The plan is expected to cost millions of dollars, but officials are confident that the improvements will make a significant difference in the way people use the city's transportation system. That's it for today's local news. Thank you for tuning in.
Good evening and welcome to Sports News Broadcast. Today we'll be bringing you the latest updates in the world of sports. First, let's take a closer look at the country's Major League Volleyball team. Yesterday, the team announced the signing of a new player to a multi-year contract. The player, who's played for several Major League teams, has a wealth of experience and expected to be a key addition to the team's pitching staff. The signing comes as the team prepare for the upcoming season, and fans are optimistic that the new player will help lead the team to a successful season. Next, we'll be turning our attention to the country's professional basketball team. Today, the team announced the signing of a new player to a short-term contract. The player, who played for several teams in Europe and Asia, has played a sign to prove a depth and experience to our team. The signing comes as the team seeks to push for a playoff spot in the final stretch of the season. Finally, we'll be taking a closer look at the city's high school basketball team. This weekend, several of the city high school basketball teams will be in action in the key of rivalry games. The games are always highly anticipated and often draw large crowds. Fans are excited to see which team comes out on top in what promises to be exciting weekend of basketball. That is all for today's sports. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome to K Radio's Mystery Theater, where every story is a journey into the unknown. Tonight, we present The Whispering Shadows, a tale of secrets, intrigue, and the shadows that whisper in the night.
John, are you sure this is the place? It feels eerie.
Yes, Anna. This is where the map leads us. We need to find out what's hidden to this old mansion. Stay close.
As Anna and John ventured deeper into the mansion, the air grew colder and the shadows seemed to move on their own. They knew they were not alone. As Anna and John ventured deeper into the mansion, the air grew colder and the shadows seemed to move on their own. They knew they were not alone.
Did you hear that, John? Someone's whispering our names.
Stay calm. Let's find out where it's coming from.
Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, cloaked in mystery and secrets.
Why are you here? This place is not for the living.
We just want to know the truth. What happened here?
Before the figure could answer, a loud thunderclap echoed through the mansion, shaking its very foundations.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors. Need a break from the suspense? Escape to a world of comfort with Dreamland Mattresses. Experience the best night's sleep with our premium range of mattresses. Designed to give you the support you need, visit dreamlandmattresses.com to find your perfect mattresses today.
We return to Anna and John, who are about to uncover a long hidden secret.
Truth seeks lies beneath the floorboards in the library. But beware, for some secrets are better left buried.
Thank you. We'll be careful.
Anna and John pried open the floorboards, revealing an old, dusty chest. With trembling hands, they opened it to find a diary and a key.
This diary. It belonged to my great grandmother. She speaks of a hidden room and a family curse.
And this key must be open the hidden room. Let's go, Anna.
As they stepped into the hidden room, they felt a strange sense of peace. The shadows no longer whispered, and the air felt lighter.
This curse is lifted. The secrets are finally at rest.
Done it, Anna. We're both based to this place.
And so, Anna and John uncovered the truth, lifting the shadows that hunted their family for generations. Thank you for joining us on K Radio's Mystery Theater. Until next time, may your nights be filled with wonder and your days be adventure.
Until next time, keep your radios tuned in to Surigao City Radio CZXY, where every story comes to life. Have a wonderful day ahead, folks.